For more on all of this, we have turned to CBC's Katie Simpson. She is in Minneapolis. She is monitoring the community anger, but also how they are mourning in these sub-zero temperatures. Have a look.
Right now, we are at the spot where Alex Pretti was shot and killed by federal agents. And here you can see, I'll step out of the way, this is where people have gathered to mourn that loss. All throughout this morning, in minus 24 degrees Celsius weather, we have seen people come here. They've placed signs, they've laid flowers, they've lit candles. We've seen people, getting down on their knees, openly weeping, leaving this site with makeup streaked down their face, just devastated and sad that this continues to take place in their city. Earlier today, we were speaking with a couple that had come in from the suburbs. They are deeply distraught by what's happening. They don't know what to do next. Actually, I just want to show you one thing. James, I'm going to get you point over there. Someone right now in this moment is putting a stethoscope right there because, of course, we know Alex Pretti was an ICU nurse, worked at a veterans hospital in Minneapolis. And so again, the people are coming here to pay their respects, to mourn, to grieve as a community. As we have seen, it's very similar to what we saw after Renee Good was shot and killed by ICE agents. But earlier today, we were speaking with a couple that had come in from the suburbs to just get a sense of, what it is like to witness this take place in their city, in their community.
We should be coming together as a community. No one should just be snatched off the streets. He was protecting a woman, and this should not happen at all.
What I see going on throughout my neighborhood, read online, it's crazy. We're better than this. I'm broke. I don't know what to do.
So that really is the sentiment. We've spoken with a number of people here this morning, and it's a mix of heartbreak, devastation, and then anger. So much anger as they want the ongoing immigration enforcement operations to end in their community.
Katie, let me ask you, as the community is dealing with the emotional side of this, there's, of course, the investigation. And where do things stand now? What happens next?
A short time ago, we actually saw local investigators who are part of a special investigation team. They are not affiliated with ICE or the federal government. They actually asked people who here are mourning and observing to take a step back, allow them to process the scene. They needed to do it for about 20 minutes. And we saw, people here saying, yes, okay, take a step back, because there's an ongoing fight about who is going to lead this investigation. To say that federal officials have no credibility within this community, at least from people that we've spoken with, the people that have come here today and the people that we've talked to already, they don't believe what it is the federal officials are saying about this. When people like Kristi Noem, who's the Secretary for the Department of Homeland Security, the way she described Alex Pretti and the way that American officials have described, the federal officials describing what happened in the lead up to this, alleging that Alex Pretti, had brandished a gun or had showed up with a gun when there isn't any sort of video evidence to corroborate that, and we haven't heard anything from witnesses on the ground to corroborate that. The lack of credibility among people here in this community, that is the overwhelming sense. And so there's an ongoing fight as to who is going to lead this investigation, state and local officials having to go to a judge to get the federal government to protect and preserve evidence at this point. And so those are the kinds of things that is really sort of resonating in this crowd, and people waiting to find out, what is going to happen next in terms of an actual investigation that normally would be taking place. But again, like the Renee Good case, these are not normal circumstances, and we're not seeing the traditional procedure followed.
CBC's Katie Simpson in Minneapolis.